Jesus Christ, really?
Don't forget to become a member of UnrealEntGaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that right, Seth?
I already joined his Patreon today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. But did you really have to blow up the city?
Yes.
Blew up the domino. You blew up the dominoes and you're laughing. Do you realize the f***ing crisis here?
And you will be next. Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else what? You'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours?
Kakarot! Kakarot!
What an unbelievably unexpected and sudden turn of events this has now taken. Though it appeared that Goku was truly struggling to find a way to win here, I am very surprised to see the outcome of this battle go the way it went. And I fear that if Goku truly hopes to win, no matter the situation that he currently now finds himself in, he will need to use everything he is possibly capable of using if he wishes to not be destroyed.
As our story continues now with Primal Ultra Instinct Goku being shown having to be sitting down on the ground following his initial battle against Yoshito, as with the visibly frustrated Goku now being shown having to acknowledge the overall situation, it was only upon with Goku now being shown doing so where Goku then went on to comment, I should have known that you'd separate yourself, but I wasn't expecting for you to do it this early on during our battle. Well, that's just great. Now what do I do? It's bad enough that you nearly made me walk off the edge of the ring and into the void, let alone now finding myself handicapped against two halves of the same person. Oh, but I'll find a way. I have to, because I won't get the chance to call for a rematch against you if you beat me. To which, interestingly enough, as Takira was then shown having to observe and having to listen in on what Goku was saying, where Takira then went on to say to himself, there's something more to you, so what could you be hiding from us? But then, it was only just upon with Goku now being shown having to spring into action by going right after Yoshito, where Goku went on to place his hands over his face by then shouting, alright, now let's see if this works on you, so here goes nothing, with Budo chiming in, that pose he's doing, it's that blinding attack of his, isn't it? Hey, careful not to let him blind you, Yosh! To which upon Goku all of a sudden now being shown having to use the solar flare in front of Yoshito's face, where shockingly enough it didn't appear as though Goku's technique had gone as far as to work, as Yoshito then went on to respond, but of course, this little technique again, I see. Well, it's quite unfortunate for you that my eyes are already hardened to the point where no such blinding attack would faze me. And since you've squandered this opportunity on a useless technique that you tried before, Yoshito continues, you are only making this that much easier for me, and you will not be so lucky to weasel your way to victory against me. In which within that very moment, as Yoshito was from that point then shown having to punch Goku, where Akuma then went on to chime in by shouting, yes, that's right, Yosh! Show that Saiyan why he stands no chance of holding his own against us in hand-to-hand combat. You are fighting a losing battle here, Saiyan, and you know it to be true, Yoshito went on to shout. Oh, no way! That was exactly what the other two said before I beat them, Goku went on to quickly shout by responding. And I'm not going to stop until I find a way to win! You are extremely delusional, Saiyan, Yoshito went on to respond. You can't win and you won't be able to win. Can't you see that already? Or do you need an extra pair of eyes in order for it to have all of this make better sense for you, mortal? To which, interestingly enough, upon Yoshito being shown having to seemingly absorb each and every single one of Goku's ki blasts, by no means was this going to be any sort of a situation to which Goku was going to find himself backing down from, as Goku then went on to respond, oh, the only one here with a pair of eyes who can't seem to see the writing on the wall here is you, Yoshito. Yoshito, and I'll do whatever it'll take for me to make sure that I beat you, so all you'll be doing is pushing me to try even harder, Goku continues. Oh, then by all means, Yoshito responds. Keep trying, son Goku. I'll make sure to beat it into you sooner or later, with Goku responding, oh, something is definitely up with this guy. Why does he appear so relaxed? Like he knows about something that I don't. And what the heck did he just do with all of my energy attacks just now? He just gobbled them all up from out of nowhere, but those don't look like any normal portals either. Oh, what exactly is he planning that I don't know about, Goku questions? To which it was only then from out of nowhere, with Yoshito's lower half being shown having to swoop on in attacking Goku from his side, that was when Yoshito had gone as far as to then continue. The truth is, the only thing that is keeping you afloat during this tournament against us is your innate ability to tap into and use the power of Ultra Instinct to your utmost advantage. But, unlike yourself, we don't need to rely on such things in order for us to fight, Yoshito went on to continue. I have no such physical limitations that prevent me from fighting you for all eternity, Goku. Which means, not only can I continue to maintain this level of intensity while you are bounded by the limits of your mortal body, but I can also take what you give me and apply your energy however I want it to. So while you continue to be blinded by the stroke of luck that you assume will always be there to guide you into victory, I'll just continue to remind you then on why your limited strength will only take you so far against us, even if it comes at the expense of using your own power against you. To which from out of nowhere now behind Goku, as a portal was from that point being shown opened up, as a energy whip had gone as far as to whip Goku from behind, it was only upon this point of contention where the Grand Priest went on to chime in, well, that was very clever of Yoshito to do. The energy attacks that Yoshito had gathered from Goku's attempts of blasting him were now forged together to create an energy whip of some kind that is solely made up of Goku's own power that is now being used against him. Oh, come on now, Goku, try and remain focused, Whis went on to respond, with the Grand Priest continuing, you do know that unless he is able to somehow create some kind of an alternative means of turning this fight around, that Yoshito will likely continue to punish the Saiyan until he is no longer conscious, don't you? He is starting to tense his body up as a way to compensate for the pain that he will endure, with Whis responding, well, I do, but for that to happen, Goku would need to be completely out of options if he ends up finding himself in that position to begin with. He knows that he mustn't fail now, especially since he's already come this far against the Five, but we will see, with the Grand Priest responding, well, I find it rather fascinating to see how much this mortal was able to grow within such a short amount of time that had been given to him. The more I continue to watch him fight, the more intrigued I become by his progress, but that faint spark of light that was felt within him by us was definitely not a coincidence either. Yes, I sense a much deeper connection between Goku and his Ultra Instinct, which only leaves me to believe that although he was able to transcend and merge the nature of both his Saiyan and Ultra Instinct powers into one, I can also sense that perhaps he is truly on the precipice of an unimaginably remarkable Ultra Instinct evolution. Forging attacks using my opponent's own power and energy against them isn't the only thing that I am able to take hold of, Monkey Man. As amusing as it was to watch my fellow brother smack you around this dimension, Yoshito continues, I can do much more than simply control your energy. Observe, mortal. In which from out of nowhere, the second Goku's hand was now being shown having to be extended on outwards by itself. That was when Goku then went on to ask, hey, what are you doing with my arm? With Yoshito responding, oh, I'm just running a little experiment by trying to figure out, well, the real reason behind why you keep punching yourself, Yoshito went on to then quickly shout. Oh, of course Yoshito would, Budo went on to chime in. I've always hated his body and limb possessing ability, but this will be the only time where I ever make an exception. Yes, now crush him, Budo went on to then shout, in which upon Goku's very own right arm that was now being used and controlled by Yoshito being shown having to punch himself in the face continuously, it was only just upon with Goku now being shown having to inflict even more damage upon himself where Budo then went on to chime in, yes, that's right, but beating himself down isn't going to cut it, nor is it going to be as satisfying. So how's about you have that mortal atomize himself by making him use his own energy to blast himself to death, with Yoshito responding, hey, yeah, now I really like the sound of that one. Alright, Jungle Man, hold still. In which within that very moment, as Goku was in fact actually now fast enough in relying on his instincts to move his head out of the way, it was just as Goku was shown having to miss one of his own ki blasts from ripping his head off, where Goku then went on to chime in, "Oh, this is just nuts! Now he's trying to blast my head off, bro? No matter how much I try and move my right arm, I just can't control it, so as long as he is able to use his own power to possess it." Bro, he missed, Budo went on to quickly respond. "How the hell did you seriously miss that, Yosh? Bro, hey, did I not just tell you to hold still?" Yoshito went on to question Goku by asking, "Now hold still and quit making this harder on yourself, little man." To which instinctively, as Goku was from that point shown having to quickly move his head around in avoiding each and every single one of his own blasts, was where Whis from that point then went on to respond, "Very good, but you don't have all of the time in the world to waste here, Goku. Try and find a way to break free from his control and fast." Oh, what are you, deaf, saying? You aren't in any position to try and resist here, so why don't you just hang it up already, Yoshito questions. To where even then, with Goku being shown having to grab onto his own right hand in preventing himself from being punched, that was when Goku then went on to respond, "Oh, damn you! I can't let you go and try and use my own body and power to beat me here. Oh, even if I have to fight myself off as a means of breaking your hold on me, then I'll do it, Yoshito. You have no idea how far I am willing to go." But then, as soon as Goku's body was from that point then shown completely being taken over by Yoshito, was when Yoshito then went on to respond, "Oh, but I already do, monkey man. Your reliance on this form of yours that you referred to as Primal Ultra Instinct has made you extremely predictable in battle. And any predictability is a weakness that I can easily exploit, which is what I am doing right now. You know, I liked you a lot more when you weren't my opponent, but since you are, well, I don't really like you anymore. Your own power has been twisted against you and will now serve as being your ultimate downfall, Goku." "Oh dear," the Grand Priest responds. "Well, he better think of something fast here, Whis. Unless he wishes to call for one of his remaining lifeline perks, he better act quickly, or I'm afraid that he's a sitting duck out there like this." "Oh, well, he doesn't have much of a choice here," with Akuma responding, "Oh yes, this is your chance to break the mortal down and destroy him for good, Yosh! Hurry and annihilate him before he tries to escape or call for one of his lifeline perks against you. Hurry it up and just be done with him now!" In which, upon Yoshito now quickly making his way towards Goku and getting ready to deliver the final blow, that was when Yoshito went on to quickly respond, "Oh, don't you worry, he's not going to try and do anything because he's completely stuck. And since he can't do anything, it's time that we find out what your insides look like. Yes, and I'm hoping that you bleed out fast so that way it doesn't hurt so much." In which, upon the moment of impact, as soon as Yoshito was now shown having to uppercut Goku in the stomach, that was when Budo went on to then shout, "Yes, now that's what I'm talking about, Yosh! That mortal can kiss this fight and his chances of advancing any further goodbye now." "Oh yeah, mighty Earth Saiyan, hurts, doesn't it?" Yoshito went on to question. "Oh yes, I'm sure. Now how's about we have a look and see what your insides look like after, Hey, what gives? No, there's just no way that the mortal was able to break free and tank my attack that fast. He should be on the brink of death, so what's going on here?" Yoshito questions. "And what the hell is that strange feeling that I'm sensing coming from you? Oh, you better start talking." To which, upon Goku now being shown clutching onto Yoshito's hand, as strangely enough a mysterious aura was now beginning to surround him, that was when Goku went on to respond, "I tried warning you. I tried telling you that no matter how badly the odds may be stacked against me, I won't lose, no matter what." Just what the... Hey, let go of me and let's have a redo, Yoshito shouts. "Oh, damn you, and why the hell are your hands glowing? Damn it, let go!" But despite it all, you just didn't want to listen. What the heck is that around your neck?" Yoshito went on to question. To which, mysteriously enough, just as it was seen be done before, as we only just then momentarily get a glimpse of a halo ring now beginning to formulate around Goku's neck, was when Goku from that point had quickly gone as far as to headbutt Yoshito with the the Grand Priest questioning, Whis? Yes, Whis says, I see it too. Wait, what just happened? Budo went on to question. Oh, it's the Saiyan, Akuma responds. I don't know what it was, but it was too fast for me to see, but there's something up with that Saiyan because there's just no possible way that anyone could have just survived that. I knew it, Takira responds. I should have expected for this to happen, and now it's all starting to make sense, and so that explains everything, Takira says. Alright, can someone tell me just what the hell is going on around here? Akuma went on to then quickly shout. How in the world did we reach the point where the Saiyan is able to keep up with our power in battle and survive? This has got to be some kind of a sick and twisted joke that the Grand Minister is playing on us. Well, no, in fact, the Grand Priest responds. Goku's constant feats of growth continues to surprise me just as much as he continues to surprise all of you. Amazing, isn't it? To which from out of nowhere, the moment Yoshito's lower half was attempting to strike Goku from behind, Goku had now quickly realized that this was in fact going to be the one and only opportunity he had to actually advance, as Goku from there went on to respond, wait a second, oh yes, of course, I should have thought of this a lot sooner. Right, and let's just hope that this works because it's the only other option that I can think of that might actually work on him. Oh, I have to still try, so here goes, Goku shouts, to which the second Goku was from there shown having to grab onto Yoshito's lower half, and from that point now being shown making his way back down below, it had only now become very clear as to what Goku was planning on doing, as Budo went on to then ask, wait a minute, he's not going to do what I think he's going to do, is he? Oh, he is! Oh, gotcha, Goku then went on to quickly shout, and I tried telling you that I'd find a way and I just did. And so now this is it, our battle ends now, Yoshito! To which within that very instant, as soon as Goku was now shown throwing Yoshito's lower half down into the void in hopes of eliminating him, this had only now gone as far as to stun all of the spectators watching, as Budo then went on to continue, you've got to be kidding me, not again! Oh, he can't possibly win via ring outs again! No way, Akuma went on to respond, there's just no way that this is really happening right now. Yoshito's got to already be well aware of this. Interesting, Takira went on to chime in, that ring around his neck has vanished, but why? Yoshito's lower half has disappeared into the void below, Budo went on to continue. Wait, so if the mortal is able to successfully wring out one half of Yoshito's body, then does that mean that Yoshito loses the match completely then? I'm not sure, Akuma responds. The Grand Minister never said that it was against the rules for one half of someone's body to result in a loss if thrown out of the ring, so I'm not entirely sure, with the Grand Priest chiming in, well, I think the rules for such a scenario should be very obvious, wouldn't you all agree? For a successful ring out to occur, Goku would need to eliminate Yoshito's entire body as a result in order for him to advance, but since he was only able to throw Yoshito's lower body out and not his upper half with it, nothing changes and the match will still continue until one of them is either thrown completely out of the ring, submitted, knocked out cold, or destroyed in battle. So we will wait, with Goku responding, wait, seriously? So what does that now mean for the lower half of Yoshito's body then? All that means now is that the ass kicking continues, Goku, Yoshito went on to quickly respond. Only now it's going to be much worse, so you better get ready because now I'm going to really bring the pain down on you, monkey man. So now let's just see you try and block this one then. To which seconds later, from out of nowhere, the moment Yoshito's lower half was now shown reappearing from the void below, Yoshito's upper half had now commanded his lower half in going as far as to attack Goku, as Whis then went on to respond, oh, hang on, Goku. That ring that was around your neck, where is it? Where did that power that you displayed to protect yourself vanish off to? With Goku then responding, damn this guy! How the heck am I supposed to beat him if wringing out half of his body doesn't count? With Yoshito responding, I tried telling you that you weren't going to get by me as easily as you thought, but I have to admit, and I hate saying this, but you are more fun to fight than I expected you'd be, Saiyan. And to think that a mortal from Earth of all places, who also happens to be a Saiyan, could even come close in competing with any of the five of us is remarkable to say the least. Now, although I believe that you have a very severe case in brain damage, I haven't had this much fun in fighting someone since the days of training with the other four strongest myself, with Goku responding, Well, at least you're a little more vocal and a bit more sarcastic than the other two that I battled, but that still doesn't change anything between us. We are both fighting for two very different reasons here, and so there is more for me to lose than either of the 5 of you, so don't get the wrong idea. Only one of us will move on to being declared the winner of this round, and you can rest assured that I plan on advancing. So now what, Yoshito? Yeah, I know all about what you're fighting for and all of that, but I could honestly care less about it because that's not why I'm here. You should know how this already ends, right, God of Monkey Men? You were lucky to pull through after that ring had appeared around your neck, but since I don't see it anymore, do you know what that means now that it's no longer there? It means that you don't know how to permanently keep it. And if you don't know how to permanently do what you just did, then that means you're vulnerable. And if you're vulnerable, then that just means that in the end, you will lose. But why stop there, right, Saiyan? Yoshito went on to quickly shout by dashing at Goku. Let's have another crack at it so that I can continue to use you as my Saiyan punching bag. But then, it was only to the shock of both Yoshito, Goku, and everyone there where a voice from out of nowhere then went on to shout, "That's enough, Yoshito. I will hereby invoke my ability to swap you out of this fight as I tag in." To which, shockingly enough, the individual that had gone as far as to make this request had come from none other than Takira. As Takira went on to then continue, "It's become clear to me that you are starting to treat him more like an ally and less like an enemy, since you seem to care more about having fun than you are about finishing the mission. So I'll be handling this from here," with the Grand Priest responding, "Well, this was something that I didn't see coming, but I do understand your position and where you are coming from. But just to confirm, is this request going to be your final decision on the matter?" With Takira responding, "Yes, it is. I stand by my choice to swap Yoshito out so that I may fill his position in Grand Minister," with Whis responding, "And if I may ask, Takira, why is it that you choose to want to trade places with your allies now and not before?" With Takira responding, "With all due respect, Whis, you and the Grand Minister saw exactly what it was that I saw, and so I want to see more of that for myself personally." With Yoshito being dumbfounded by responding, "Wait, what? As in now? You can't be serious here. I was just about to take the mortal soul over just now. No, you seriously couldn't have waited?" With Goku responding, "Wait, but then what does that mean for our match?" As Budo went on to then further address Takira by then telling him, "Listen, you know it as well as I do, along with the mortal himself, that we are still much stronger than he is, but his victory over me was a fluke. Have Yoshito trade places with me instead and let me have my revenge for what he did so that I may restore my loss to him, Takira." With Takira responding, "You had your chance, Budo, and though he is still weaker than the 5 of us, he still proved himself to be much more cunning and resilient than any of us gave him credit for. And so I'm finishing this. You will trade places with me now, Yoshito," Takira went on to then shout. "Now return to your throne. Since you aren't going to maximize your opportunity in drawing the Saiyan's innate power out in battle and then finishing him, then you are no longer suited to continue." With Yoshito responding, "Why, you're no fun, you know that? You're always so damn serious, and that is why nobody likes talking to you, Takira. It's fine, have it your way then. I'll swap out with you." With Goku responding, "Drawing my innate power out? That's the second strongest in the multiverse, right? Oh, he's been awfully quiet this entire time from what I can remember, but what is he talking about?" Well, whatever he's referring to is likely something that Takira saw happen between us a few moments ago when that stupid ring or whatever that was appeared around your neck, Saiyan. "Well, I would wish you luck, but you're as good as dead if I'm being honest here," Yoshito continues. "I was going to possess your soul and control your body from within, but I guess that's out the window now. So you better prepare yourself if you hope to survive here, mortal, because now you're in for it." And between us, Takira there is the only one among myself, Akuma, and Budo who is actually able to fight on par with any of the 12 angel attendees, while the 3 of us are only slightly below them. Now, unless you are actually able to go head-to-head with any of the 12 angels, which happens to include Whis, and of course fight on par with them, then you are absolutely doomed, Monkey Man. We've been around long enough to even fight each other, so let me tell you that he isn't one to mess with. And well, since you don't appear to be an angel yourself, your chances of actually winning and advancing to the Grand Priest are 0. Wait, so this is the guy who was able to fight on par with an angel and not lose? Dude, this is just bad, Goku went on to continue. How am I supposed to contend with him if I fell short of contending with Whis in the time chamber? Oh, well, now what do I do? With Yoshito responding, if you didn't quit then you better quit now, so enjoy, mortal. In which upon Yoshito now being shown getting teleported back to the spectator seats, that was when Yoshito then went on to continue, well, this better be worth the trouble of having me agree to this, Takira. So he's all yours from here on, with Akuma chiming in, well, if you're tagging in, then I guess we can already expect what the outcome is going to be, with Takira responding, all 3 of you were wrong to look down and underestimate this creature when you did, and for those of you who weren't able to see it, there is more to this mortal than meets the eye, which is why he is progressing the way he is. He isn't just your average Saiyan mortal. This one, in many ways, is different. In which, interestingly enough, with both Takira and Primal Ultra Instinct Goku now being shown making their way down onto the stage, that was when the Grand Priest had gone as far as to reiterate the rules by responding, fighters now, if you please may, I want you both to please enter onto the tournament stage so that your fight may begin. Oh, and as of course, since this is not a round which you have advanced on your own, but rather a swapping of warriors, the Grand Priest continues, you will hereby not be healed from your previous injuries with Yoshito unless you call for your recovery perk to be used before we start. And so if there are no additional questions that either of you would like to ask, the Grand Priest says, then we are all ready to go. And so, with both Son Goku of Universe 7 and the second ranking strongest warrior in the multiverse, Takira, ready, may your battle in this continued round begin, the Grand Priest shouts. And I can already tell that even before fighting, there is something extremely dangerous about you that separates you from the others, Goku went on to respond. And since you are said to contend and compete with an angel attendee, I'd be crazy to not give it my all against you if I hope to survive, but you've been very quiet this entire time, unlike the others who were either throwing insults at me or mocking me in battles, so I know that you aren't one to take lightly, but tell me something before we start then, Takira. Why tag yourself in and fight me now? With Takira going as far as to point out to Goku by responding, the convergence of both your Saiyan and angelic energies represents the epitome of mortal potential, Son Goku. This act alone stands as a testament to your indomitable fighting spirit, for such a thing has never been done by any mortal warrior before your time. However, you have yet to awaken the angel side to that very power which you currently wield, Takira went on to continue, which means that you have yet to fully undergo this celestial metamorphosis, and unless I am proven wrong in our battle, then you will die. If you wish to defeat me, Takira went on to continue, then my only request is for our battle to end in the only way a true warrior wishes for it to end with. I will hold nothing back against you, and so if you don't fight me by using every drop of power that you have coursing through you, then you will die, as it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse manga chapter number 50 special then comes to a close. Now before anything else, the upcoming manga chapter, which will be that of manga chapter number 51, will be made exclusively available right now on my Patreon for all of my Patreon members out there to see, to which not only are you about to witness what is about to transpire involving Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta along with Black Frieza and Platinum Cooler, but equally enough, just as big of a surprise by seeing Takira insert himself against Goku is, you do not want to miss out on the upcoming manga chapters, which again, if you not only want to go on ahead and support the content that you see on this channel, but also be the first to gain exclusive access to additional content, art, PNG, soundtracks, and so much more, in which to that, I do encourage you all to become a member of my Patreon today, patreon.com/UnrealEntGaming, to which I will go on ahead and leave that link located down in the description box below and pinned comment section below as well. As for those who are wondering if Yoshito is going to be fighting Goku again, that circumstance can only come about if Yoshito decides to re-enter the fight by tagging himself back in, and from that point take over, as right now the fight is going to be centered around Takira and Primal Ultra Instinct Goku, as I'm pretty sure right now a lot of you guys are putting the pieces together and figuring out what is about to transpire coming up very soon. So all of that and so much more is going to be coming your way, to which again, I do want to thank you all so much for your support, for your kindness, and for your patience, because putting this all together as a one-man team alongside one other artist is by no means easy. So to that, all I can ever really say is thank you so much for giving me your time in order to keep you all entertained. So again, if you also just so happen to be new to this channel and of course love Dragon Ball and anime, then I do encourage you all to head on over and smash that subscribe button, on top of making sure to give this video a big fat thumbs up right now by smashing that like button down below. Tune back in for more, and with all that being said, I want to thank you guys one more time, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you down in the comment section below and in the next video. Take it easy, everybody, and have a great day. Peace!
Hello! Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi!
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.